The Nazis. Led by Adolf Hitler, they were the greatest evil the world has ever known. In just 10 years, Hitler took Germany from crushing depression to world domination. But did he do it alone?
Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party was bent on gaining the highest level of technology they could.
Did the Nazis have access to alien technology? And did they use it to transform their army into a strike force of unprecedented power? Did this relationship stop there, or was it just part of a much bigger strategic alliance? Join us as shocking reports of Nazi dealings with alien beings on Alien Files Unsealed. A global effort has begun. Secret files hidden from the public for decades, detailing every UFO account, are now available to the public. We are about to uncover the truth behind these classified documents. Find out what the government doesn't want you to know. Alien Files Unsealed. Exposing the biggest secrets on planet Earth. Greifswald, Germany, August 14th, 1990. Thousands watch in astonishment as a strange formation of 7 lights appears in the night sky over the Baltic Sea. They hover in place for a full 30 minutes, giving ample opportunity for onlookers to capture compelling video evidence of the incident. Later, German UFO researchers will use 5 of these videos to pinpoint the formation's exact position, not far from the Greifswald nuclear power plant. Some see this as cause for concern. Others, however, note the formation's proximity to another landmark, one that no longer appears on the map, but instills a far greater fear than any nuclear reactor. Peenemünde, the infamous construction site of the V-2 rocket. During the late stages of the Second World War, the Nazis launched more than 3,000 of the technologically advanced missiles against the Allies, raining a new kind of death on victims below. The V-2 represented an unprecedented leap in weapons technology, one many believe was too great to be explained by any earthly means. Today, many ufologists are convinced the Nazis received assistance from extraterrestrial beings, but the exact nature of this relationship has so far remained a mystery. The Nazi-alien connection can be traced back to the ultra-secret Vril Society in the days following the First World War. Its members were fanatical followers of 19th century author Edward Bulwer Lytton and his novel, Vril, The Power of the Coming Race. In it, the author describes a race of ethereal beings living in an underground utopia, forged by their ability to wield a mystical power known as the Vril.
Even the book was a work of fiction. There were a group of people that followed the story, that believed it to be true, that thought the Vril actually existed, that this otherworldly power source could be tapped.
Society members, including Heinrich Himmler and Rudolf Hess, believed the ancient Aryans possessed similar powers, drawn from a mysterious black sun hidden behind our own.
The society really believed in the black sun. That was one reason why when the Nazis were developing their uniforms for the elite SS and the black trench coats that were worn by the German secret police, that was why they were all black. And the swastika was black, and it became a black symbol because it was tapping into the power of the black sun.
Hitler himself is rumored to have joined the society in 1919. But the Vril Society will remain a closely guarded secret throughout the rest of his rise to power until an unexpected event will force them out of the shadows. Unsealed case file, the Nazi Roswell. Freiburg, Germany, summer 1936. Residents report a strange, disc-shaped object has crashed nearby during the night. Elite SS troops are on the scene within the hour. There, they allegedly find not only wreckage, but also the bodies of the craft's alien crew, including one survivor. The extraterrestrials are quickly whisked away along with the debris. From Freiburg, this strange cargo is taken to Wewelsburg Castle. It's the spiritual heart of Nazi Germany, lavishly decorated with the symbols of Nazism, including the Black Sun. There, it is reportedly delivered into the care of the fanatical scientist Hans Kammler, who years later will oversee the development of the V-2 rocket. In the meantime, Kammler is alleged to have devoted himself to the study of the UFO's technology, with the intention of using it to develop a Nazi superweapon. Coming up, we investigate reports that Nazi scientists created a weapon that would not only conquer the world, but all of time itself. Alien Files Unsealed. Many leading ufologists believe that Nazi Germany engaged in a secret program to use technology recovered from a crashed UFO to build a new generation of superweapons. Some believe it was a flying saucer propelled by an anti-gravity drive. But there is another, even more shocking theory. Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, December 9th, 1965. Residents report a strange, bell-shaped object streaking across the sky. It appears to adjust trajectory before crashing in the woods outside town.
When they gathered, what they noticed was that almost instantly a group, a unit of American soldiers who wore no insignia and came with a flatbed truck were there to retrieve this object and take it away. People were warned, keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about this.
The Army quickly loads the object onto a truck and transports it from the site. Also seen among the recovery team that evening are personnel wearing the NASA insignia, but no explanation is ever given regarding their presence. In the years that follow, details of the Kecksburg object are leaked to the public. And to the amazement of many, they match the reported description of the most infamous and potentially deadly piece of missing Nazi technology of the Second World War. Unsealed case file, Die Glocke. 1997, investigative journalist Igor Witkowski obtains a series of transcripts from the interrogation of former SS officer Jakob Sporenberg. In them, he describes a highly classified Nazi weapons development project from the Second World War. Its code name, Die Glocke. English translation, the bell. According to Sporenberg, Die Glocke was reportedly a metallic object, approximately 9 feet in diameter and 12 to 15 feet tall. In operation, a powerful electrical pulse caused 2 counter-rotating cylinders to circulate a purplish viscous metal substance similar to mercury, codename Serum 525. According to the former SS man, this substance was likely radioactive, as test runs of the device were known to have deadly effects on any bystanders.
There are quite a few theories about what Die Glocke, or the Nazi bell, actually was. One of the most prevalent theories is that it was an anti-gravitational craft. Obviously, a piece of technology like that would alter the war.
Anti-gravity technology would have freed German fighter aircraft from the speed and maneuverability limitations of conventional planes, giving them supremacy in the sky. But this isn't the only theory regarding Die Glocke. Some cite an even more terrifying possibility.
What Die Glocke could possibly be is a piece of technology utilized for time travel. And the reason many theorists have come forward with this idea is that it all indicates that whatever this object was, whatever Die Glocke was, the Nazi bell, it could be utilized for time travel, and that in itself would ultimately be the Wunderwaffe of the Nazi Party.
Did the Nazis really invent a time machine using alien technology recovered from a flying saucer? And did it work? Shortly after the war, the United States undertakes Operation Paperclip, a program offering asylum to top Nazi scientists in return for their help in weapons development projects and America's newly established space program. Among them was a man who would appear at the Kecksburg crash site nearly 20 years later.
What were the Americans doing, and what were NASA personnel doing to recover this object? The person in Germany in charge of the Glocke was an SS colonel by the name of Kurt Debus. He disappeared too, but he turned up in America under Operation Paperclip, where he became one of the directors of NASA.
Was Die Glocke a time machine? And was the Kecksburg incident the result of a test run of Die Glocke from some 2 decades earlier? Coming up, we investigate the shocking account of a secret Nazi alien base in Antarctica and the battle to control it.
Alien Files, Unsealed.
Reports suggest that a UFO crashed in Germany in 1936 and that the Nazis may have used this technology to build a time machine, one that may have crashed in the Pennsylvania woods in 1965. But did they achieve this on their own, or did they have alien assistance, as many attest? A possible answer would come decades later, and from an unexpected source. 1991. The Soviet Union falls. Over the next 2 decades, a series of top-secret KGB documents surface for the first time. One in particular will catch the attention of UFO investigators. Entitled Stalin's Secret Report on Task Force 68, the document is a report submitted by agents embedded in the U.S. military in the days following the Second World War. It recounts what many ufologists consider to be the most important battle in history. Unsealed case file. Operation High Jump. 1943. Allied forces have driven Hitler's army from North Africa. The tide of war has turned against Germany. But according to Admiral Donitz, head of the German Navy, the public need not fear for Hitler's safety. His submarine fleet has constructed a secret fortress in a distant corner of the world he describes as Shangri-La. In 1938, the Germans made a well-documented expedition to Antarctica with the stated purpose of establishing a whaling operation. But was this true? Or did this expedition in fact lay the foundation for Donitz's impregnable fortress? By 1945, Germany is in ruins, and Hitler is believed to be dead by his own hand. But rumors of his survival are widespread, and American intelligence is aware that high-ranking Nazis are escaping to South America through an underground network. The question is, was this the end of the line? December 1946. Admiral Richard Byrd leads a multinational task force on an 8-month expedition to Antarctica. Its codename, Operation High Jump.
Operation High Jump was apparently a project that would take the United States Navy down to Antarctica and see how military technology and our military forces would operate at such extreme temperatures. Now, what was their true reason? Was it to operate this technology to see how it would function in such cold weather and extreme environments, or were they looking for something else?
Publicly, the mission's objective is to establish a research station and to test the fleet's ability to operate in polar conditions. But according to the KGB, High Jump's real goal is to destroy the remnants of a secret Nazi base and lay claim to the frozen continent. Approaching Antarctica, the fleet is allegedly surprised by enormous UFOs rising from the depths of the Southern Ocean. A battle ensues, during which the aliens down a number of Allied aircraft and sink at least one ship before vanishing. The attack appears to be a warning not to proceed any further, but Byrd refuses to bend to the aliens' will. It's the first of a series of reported encounters with UFOs. Undaunted, Byrd orders the fleet to sail on. Arriving at the reported location of the Nazi base, Byrd and his task force instead find the gaping entrance to a seemingly endless cave. Byrd orders a squadron of aircraft to scout the area. It isn't long before their worst fears are realized.
This was a wide enough entrance where the planes flew in fighter formation. They were attacked by flying saucers. Most of them were shot down. Byrd was actually captured, and he was told, "We will let you go. You go back to your leaders and you say you found nothing."
Returning home, Byrd makes no mention of any battles or alien encounters. But he does offer an ominous warning that the world must be ever vigilant to the possibility of attack from the polar regions. What did Admiral Byrd encounter during Operation High Jump? Was it really a secret Nazi alien base? And what has become of weapons like the Glocke, alleged to have been built with alien technology? In the decades since the war, Germany has totally reinvented itself into a progressive beacon of peace and an economic powerhouse. But while the United States, France, England, and Canada have all granted public access to at least some of their official records on UFOs, Germany has so far released nothing. This uncharacteristic veil of secrecy has been the subject of growing concern among Germany's UFO community. And recently, one man took his fight to court. In December 2011, a judge granted ufologist Frank Reitemeyer the right to view a file he claims to have been written by Germany's scientific service regarding research into extraterrestrial life and UFOs. But the German government has filed an appeal to prevent the document's release. Why are German officials fighting to retain documents they claim do not exist? Do they fear the secrets of the past?
The Nazi regime virtually had an unlimited amount of resources to put into their technology research. They were able to create highly advanced weaponry. They were able to create highly advanced aircraft. Really, their resources were unlimited when it came to this. I think there's no doubt that their ability came from just having that unlimited amount of resources to take their technology to the next level.
Or do they fear what knowledge of this technology might do to our future?